We close things out with Larry Zbyszko and Raven.
Which is just Larry Zbyszko repeatedly getting scared.
He flees in terror from Raven multiple times.
To be fair, Raven looks like a fucking freak, so...
April 27th, Impact. During a backstage interview, Larry asks JB if he's seen Raven in the building, and JB says no, he has not seen Raven.
Cool.
Before the X Division title match on that show, which was Samoa Joe against Jay Lethal that we talked about earlier, Larry was meant to present the belt to the winner, but then Raven appeared and chased him out.
Fun.
May 4th, Impact. Larry joins Mike and Don before to announce AMW versus Styles and Daniels.
I like that he's like, I'm just getting sick.
Yeah, he's very hoarse for some reason. He's like, the probation is affecting my voice.
I chose to think like that's his excuse, but it's actually Raven. Like he's just like in constant fear and anguish and it's tearing him apart.
So this is where Larry announces Styles and Daniels versus AMW, the tag titles at Sacrifice, but then Raven appears and jumps him and chases him.
Yeah.
And then go home show. JB is backstage with Team Canada and AMW. Jackie is crying again, so everybody shouts at her and gets entered to get a coffee. This is where Storm falls over drunk.
He just like trips on the chair and then he tries to pour out the empty beer into his mouth.
Larry walks in and asks for help with Raven. D'Amore says he has no interest. But actually, you know what? My boy A1, he's got nothing to do lately. You think you could give him something to do? How about he take out that Raven guy? And Larry agrees.
And Larry's like, please, fucking anyone.
Yeah, anybody that keeps Raven away from me is good and fine and dandy.
That keeps him away from me for like 4 seconds.
Which does take us to Sacrifice. Before that match, JB has Larry in A1. Larry has a good life making decisions and playing golf. Everything was going good for him. And then Raven showed up and ruined everything. A1 is like, Barry, I've got Raven covered. It's like, it's Larry. Slick Johnson then comes in and reveals that the new face of TNA management will be revealed at Slammiversary. If you remember, Christy Hemme handed that note to Mike Tenay and Don West, revealing that last month and also putting Larry on probation.
Mm-hmm.
Slick inquires who hired Larry, and he's like, I was appointed. And then Slick is like, who do you talk to when you talk to TNA management? And Larry's like, the legal department. Because the implication is almost that Larry just showed up one day and started making decisions and no one said anything.
Then, like, everyone just let it happen.
Yeah, it's just like, fine, Russo's gone. I guess we need somebody.
That's how I get jobs. I wait for someone to get fired, and I just show up in uniform.
Yeah, it's like, oh, you're the new guy. It's like, yep, okay.
I watched a video of that, of like something similar like that once, where a guy just walked up to a Subway dressed in a Subway uniform. And he's just like, yeah, I'm the new guy. And they're like, oh, okay.
I feel like most of the time somebody does that, they intend to do crimes.
I guess technically it's a crime.
It is trespassing, at least, I'd imagine. Slick announces that he knows who the new face of TNA management is. He's like, oh, it's Roddy Piper. And Larry's like, Piper? And he's like, nah. And then he's like, it's Russo. And Larry's like, Russo? That guy's a waste of time. I hate him. And he's like, nah, it's not Russo. And then he also teases Warrior. Warrior would be funny. Warrior coming out and trying to make decisions and be coherent. It would be good television, at least.
Or it'd be awful and suck.
And then Slick is like, I'm kidding. We'll find out next month. And Slick says, nice comb over. And Larry gets mad.
Slick, like, repeatedly calling him bold is so funny to me.
He is a bold man. He is allowed.
It's bold on bold crime.
Because, yeah, there's a bunch of it last month as well, where it's just like everyone's pointing at Larry Zbyszko's hair, and he's like, stop it.
He said, like, what did he say? That you got it, like, work done on your hair?
So leave poor Larry and his hair alone. But, yes, then we get Raven versus A1. Tell me all about this one, Liam.
They had a match, and Raven won. Raven did a code breaker. And he
did.
And you were, like, shocked and appalled.
Well, it was a backstabber, but he's never done that. You said he did, and he's never done a backstabber.
He does.
I don't remember him doing a backstabber.
He does.
He's trying new moves. I'm giving him credit.
But yeah.
Yeah, so the match starts. Larry accompanies A1 to the ring. He distracts Raven, allowing A1 to throw a chair at him, and then Larry starts getting some shitty little thumps in and runs away and joins commentary. Larry then grills Tenay about who the new face could be, because obviously Mike Tenay is the sole source of information in this company.
Well, that's historical.
Raven hits his backstabber. I still think it's the first time he's hit it, but sure.
His patented classic backstabber that he always uses.
Larry tries to interfere, but A1 accidentally bumps him off the apron. Raven wins with the Raven effect. Larry gets on the mic after the match and he challenges Raven to settle it right there, right now. As Raven gets in the ring, Larry starts dropping some knees and security separates them. And then in my favorite visual of the month, Larry chucks aside 2 security guards and lunges onto Raven in a classic like pull apart, but Larry Zbyszko's like a 105-year-old man.
But also it makes no sense. Like this whole time he's been running for the guy, now he's like, yeah, I'll throw fucking hands, let's go.
Yeah, he's sick of him. Well, he was being held back by security at the time when he lunged at him. But yeah, he is just like, all right, listen, he's terrorized him, Liam. For the last month, every time Larry has shown up, Raven
Yeah, but like
has
he
run him
suddenly
off.
decided now I'm gonna fight back.
Yeah, you have to confront your fears at some point in life, Liam. You have to face them head on.
Never.
So
Never.
instead of them tormenting you, you can torment them. You regain control. You regain power. You regain ownership over your fears.
No.
He's not at all going to get his ass beat by Raven.